Probably don't want that in the page. Probably not.
That always does it with my kids. Mazel tov to Brooke and Binyamin. Tammy and I want to welcome you all. It's great to get to meet all of Binyamin's friends and family and the Earlbaums. And it's amazing to have some of our oldest friends here from the USA. Friends who have known Brooke since she was probably only a couple of years old. We feel so much love that you're here to celebrate with us, despite the war, the distance, and of course the cost.
Scott.
You're awesome for being here. Thank you. To our new friends that we've met here over the past 3.5 years in Israel, we have such gratitude for you and hope that all of our friends will get to spend some time together. We love you all, and you will love each other. I want to acknowledge Brooke's grandmother, Claudia Moss, who is with us today. From Youngstown, Ohio. We know that this was not an easy trip to make, and it means so much to us that you're here. And to my mother, along with my sister Beth, who already bought their tickets and were planning to be here, but unfortunately my mother had a very serious fall and was unable to travel. We know how much she wanted to be here with us and how many tears she shed about being unable to. And she'll hear this on live stream. Your love and presence is felt, and we love you. I also want to take a moment to appreciate that our son Aiden was able to leave Gaza for a couple of days to be here. Aiden is a medic in one of the combat units, and he called the other day to tell us that his replacement was ill, and there was a good chance that he wouldn't be able to be released to be able to attend the wedding. Our hearts sank. Your presence is a gift, and our simcha would obviously be severely incomplete without you here, and we are beyond grateful. Also, I want to welcome the 150 students from Bar Ilan, many of whom are getting to experience their first Orthodox wedding. You are adding so much ruach to our simcha, and we are so happy to have you here. And how about this band, Rimonim? Are they amazing? Brooke and Binyamin. Mazel tov. Binyamin, I know you know this, but you are getting an extraordinary man. And Brooke, I know you know this, but you are getting an equally extraordinary man. Both Mommy and I loved Binyamin from the very first time we met him. Of course we hoped things would work out. And the truth is, and I told many people, that even if you didn't end up getting married, we were still keeping you as part of our family. It's deeply meaningful that you're beginning your journey together during Hanukkah. Hanukkah reminds us of the triumph of light over darkness, of reclaiming and purifying the temple so that once again it can be dedicated as our most holy sanctuary, the private place where we can connect with Hashem. I never really thought much about this until my good friend Yaakov Kadronel shared this with me. But the battle of the Maccabees against the Greeks was not merely a physical conflict. It was fundamentally a spiritual battle. The Greekers, as our daughter Jordan used to call them when she was a little girl, understood that the strength of the Jewish people lies in our connection to Hashem. They didn't aim to annihilate us physically. They wanted us to assimilate into their culture, and they knew that the only way they would be able to do that was to destroy us spiritually. They forbade our most sacred practices, such as keeping Shabbos, kashrut, learning Torah, and other mitzvahs that sustained our spiritual connection. Practices that have enabled us to survive and thrive throughout history. The idea of spirituality, the transcending materialism, also shows up in this week's Parsha Vayigash. In it, Yaakov believed for many years that his beloved son Yosef had been killed. But he's then told, not only is he alive, but he holds immense power as the ruler of Egypt. Imagine how excited and proud most fathers would be to learn this. Surprisingly, this was not the reaction of Yaakov. To the contrary, he felt that it was a tragedy that Yosef's spirit had been lowered and he ruled over a society where Gashmias, the physical and material, was prioritized over all else. In a very real sense, Yaakov believed that the most important part of his son Yosef was dead, so he was not consoled. But when Yaakov finally was told all of the words that Yosef said to him through his messengers, it revealed that Yosef was still very much spiritually alive, and it was only at this point that Yaakov's spirit was consoled, and he declared, "My son Yosef is still alive." What can we learn from this moment? What we learn from this moment is profound. That being alive is not merely about physical existence. True life is about spiritual vitality, being connected to Hashem. Brooke and Binyamin, as you start to build your own home, think of it as your personal sanctuary, your mikdash katan, one that will be shared by the two of you and where God's presence can be revealed, protected from anything or anyone that can diminish its sanctity, ensuring it remains a space where your light shines brightly. Brooke, there's so many things I love about you. Your sense of adventure, your wonderful sense of humor, your kindness, and your ability to connect with others is part of the light you bring into this world. I'm so impressed with your unwavering determination when you set a goal for yourself. You literally taught yourself every subject in your final year of high school as you homeschooled yourself. You moved to Israel, learned to speak Hebrew, and then in Hebrew, you learned to become a medic with Magen David Adom. And despite the potential danger to yourself and the trauma that you were exposed to during this war, your desire to help was greater than your fear. Even with rockets being fired into your territory daily and having to take young soldiers who were wounded in Gaza out of helicopters to transport them to hospitals, you said that this is how you could do something meaningful with your abilities. And you were correct. I remember the day you shared with us that on one of your calls you arrived to find a man unconscious, not breathing, and without a heartbeat. And through your actions and with God's help, you were able to resuscitate him and bring him back to life. How many people can get that type of meaning from their work? Your actions in those few minutes changed the life not only for this man, but for his family and for all those people who loved him. Teaching and working with children is arguably one of the most important things we can do. Your love of children and their love of you also reveals something special about you. Children are intuitive and naturally gravitate towards people they perceive as genuine and safe. And it is no surprise that summer camps in America would spend thousands of dollars to fly you back from Israel to be a counselor just for a few weeks. You don't have any formal training in teaching, but that didn't stop you from responding to an ad from a school looking for a substitute teacher for young children. After the interview, they agreed to give you a try, and they obviously saw your gift for being able to teach children when they offered you the job over more experienced people. And Binyamin, the first time Tammy and I met you, we knew you were someone special. And it didn't take long to know that you were the perfect match for our daughter. Your positivity, your humility, your calm strength, and thoughtfulness shone through like pure light. And as we got to know you better, we found even more to love about you. Your loyalty to those you love and the entire Jewish people are equally inspiring. I have limited words to express my admiration for your dedication to the responsibility you have accepted to protect the people of Israel as a member of the Special Forces in the IDF. As the father of Drew and Aiden, who are also in combat units, I'm very aware of the dangers and trauma you face to protect our people. I've been with you as I've dropped you off at the bus to go into this crazy war and drove away with tears in my eyes, not knowing for certain that you would return. And picked you up after missions where you and the members of your unit fought fiercely against terrorists in Lebanon, We are told accurately by your commander that not all of you would return. But your commitment and bravery never wavered. Binyamin, when Pam and I daven for our children, at the top of the list is that they find their Basheret, their life partner, where they both not only get each other, but appreciate the things that make them uniquely who they are. And that together they will each help each other to become the best version of themselves. When you and Brooke first started dating, Pam and I spoke to one of your rebbeim, and he told us that every couple of years, there are only one or two of the more than 100 guys entering the yeshiva who have your level of positivity, who never speak a single word about anyone or anything, and find a positive way to view even negative experiences. Brooke described this to us about you, and Pam and I both felt it the first time we met you. There are so many things we love about you. We love the strong but respectful way you stand up for Brooke, how her happiness is always your priority, how you always communicate what you are feeling in a sensitive way, that when you disagree with us, you do it in a respectful way, that you are a hard worker, and that you plan for the future. I love that from the age of 8, you started saving your money so that you could one day open your own physical therapy practice and personal training gym. I love how you earned money teaching boys their bar mitzvah lessons, and how no matter what is going on around you, you always bring your light with you wherever you go. I remember before you asked me for permission to marry Brooke. You, Brooke, Pammy, and I went to the beach together. And as Pammy and I sat on the beach watching the two of you walk out together into the water, I said to Pammy, I love that boy, and I love them together. As we light the Hanukkah candles this week, may these flames inspire us to believe in miracles, that light will finally prevail over darkness, and that we will have an everlasting peace for all of Am Yisrael. While we gather here today in joy to celebrate this beautiful Simcha, we must also hold in our hearts the enduring and unimaginable pain and uncertainty of the Hatufim, the hostages, and their families, as well as the families who've lost family members on October 7th and during this war. Our thoughts and prayers are with the hostages, that they may be safely reunited with their families without delay. We also pray for the Chayalim, our soldiers, that they are protected and have success in their mission. It is my heartfelt bracha to both of you that your home be like the Beit HaMikdash, built with both strength and beauty, a true fusion of purpose and inspiration. May it be a sanctuary where your shared values guide every decision, where your individual talents complement and elevate one another, and where your love and respect lay the foundation for holiness. May your home be filled with laughter, kindness, faith, serving not only as a source of growth and joy for the two of you, but also as a beacon of light and inspiration for all who enter. We love you.